Ah, Saturday. For football fans, it's the day of the week, right? And for a lot of us, that means building a bet slip. So today we're going to break down one of the most popular and, let's be honest, thrilling strategies out there, the accumulator. We're going to see how a typical Saturday ACA goes from just a couple of matches to a potential big win, piece by piece.
So here's the big question, right? I mean, think about it. You've got games kicking off across different continents at all different times with totally different expectations. How do you possibly string all of that action from the Premier League to La Liga into one single massive wager? Well, that's where the magic of an accumulator comes in.
Okay, so here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. An accumulator, or ACA for short, isn't just a bunch of separate bets. It's one single bet made up of multiple parts, or legs. And this is the kicker, the part that makes it so exciting and, yeah, so risky. If just one of your picks lets you down, poof, the whole bet is gone. Every single leg has to land for you to get a payout.
All right, enough theory. Let's see how this actually works in practice. We're going to start with the early afternoon kickoffs in Europe. Think of these as the building blocks, the foundation for our entire accumulator. These are the matches that get the ball rolling.
Okay, so our first two selections are on the slip. We're starting with what feel like pretty solid choices. First up, Bayern Munich. I mean, they're famous for scoring goals, so picking over 2.5 goals seems smart. That just means we need at least 3 goals in the entire match. The second pick is a straightforward home win for CSKA Moscow, counting on them to do the business on their own turf. And just like that, the first 2 legs of our 8-part ACA are locked in, so the foundation is set. But don't get too comfy because things are about to get a whole lot busier as we head into the peak time of the day. Now this is where things really heat up. The 4 p.m. slot is usually chaos on a football Saturday, especially in England, and it's where we're going to bulk up our bet slip big time.
So we're jumping straight into the Premier League. And you can kind of see the strategy here, right? We've got 2 picks for over 1.5 goals in the Brentford and Sunderland games. That's a cautious bet, really, just needing 2 or more goals. But then you look at Manchester City versus Leeds, and the pick is over 2.5 goals. That's a clear signal we're expecting a much more wide-open game with way more action, probably with City's attack running riot.
Now, while all that Premier League drama is unfolding, our accumulator is also stretching its legs across the continent. We're throwing in picks from Spain's La Liga and France's Ligue 1 now, so this is becoming a proper European affair.
And we're not talking small fry games here. These are massive. You've got Barcelona, who can score for fun, so over 2.5 goals against Alaves makes a lot of sense. And then a blockbuster, Monaco versus PSG. 2 of the best attacking sides in France. You've got to expect goals in that one, right? So the thinking here is pretty clear. Banking on goals from the big guns.
So, stop and think about that for a second. In just 1 hour, we've jumped from 2 measly picks all the way up to 7. The whole bet has just gotten way more complex, and the potential payout has shot right through the roof. We just need one more piece to complete the puzzle.
All right, here we are, the final leg. People often call this the banker. It's that one last game you're sweating on, hoping and praying the first 7 have already come in. Everything, literally everything, is riding on this one last match.
And for our grand finale, we're heading back to France. The final pick is for the Marseille versus Toulouse game, and it's over 1.5 goals. So it's a pretty modest pick, you know? We just need 2 goals, 2 little goals to bring this whole thing home.
So, there you have it. 8. That's the magic number. 8 different outcomes spread across 5 different leagues, all woven together into one single bet. It's a heck of a strategy, and it demands absolute perfection. There's 0 room for error.
Okay, let's take a step back and look at the whole shebang. This is the final bet slip. This is the complete picture of everything that needs to go right on this crazy Saturday for this ACA to actually be a winner.
And here it is in all its glory. You can see how it connects everything, from Germany to Russia, through England and Spain, all the way to France. You've got home wins, over 1.5s, over 2.5s, a real mix. But I'm going to say it again because it's the most important rule. They all have to win. If 7 are right and 1 is wrong, it's game over. The entire bet goes down.
Look, breaking this all down is a lot of fun. It's fascinating stuff. But we absolutely have to end on this note. These bets are high risk, high reward by their very nature. And that means it is so important to be smart about it, set your limits, and always gamble responsibly. So, I want to leave you with one final thought. What we've just built,
It's a tightrope walk, really. You're taking a bunch of things that are pretty likely to happen on their own, and you're stringing them together to create one big high-risk bet. So the real secret, the art of it all, is figuring out where's that sweet spot between high risk and high probability. That's the puzzle. Thanks for joining me.